Growing up, basically, I had the idea of do the best I can in school and football. I knew down the line it would provide the best opportunity for myself. When I was at Timber Creek High School in Sicklerville, New Jersey, I had the opportunity to develop great relationships and bonds with all my teammates and my coaches, etc. I had a couple of friends, couple of buddies that I knew get themselves involved in some, different type of things going on in the community, some more negative things, and it's like, mischief, stuff like that, that, basically had me with the idea of coming to Michigan State and be an education major this way, and I basically be able to graduate and then get a master's degree and be able to become a high school administrator to be able to help direct the kids into, the right classes, that way you can be on their way to college. I saw the different type of disparities going on in different communities. So I was kind of thinking, how I can make an impact, how I can change some of those things. To my research, I realized that a lot of things have to come down to policies within towns and cities, and also to the different type of laws that, are going on. So my thought process was, how can I, make this change? I started turning my focus more towards the law aspect of things, doing some creative thinking. I kind of came up with a plan, an idea of going into corporate law and basically wanting to advocate for corporations to move their companies into like inner cities or to low-income areas. That way, kind of revitalize the schools, school districts in those areas, and give people different type of job growth and tax revenues and stuff like that. That I thought that would be really good for the community. I used to sometimes come by and just walk into the law school. I remember my first time I came over here, I was like, hey, I said, so I think maybe we'll become a lawyer one day. And my mindset was like, it's a possibility, years after I'm done playing football, done the NFL, just to, walking by, got free time, just start chatting with the secretaries. And then I did that, every year, just start chatting with them. So they already kind of knew who I was a little bit. They didn't really fully know I was going to try something like this. And I started just basically doing my research, reaching out to mentors, sliding somebody's DM on Twitter. That's a mentor. I said, hey man, can I ask you a couple of questions? So that's literally how I was able to start connecting with people. I really started studying for LSAT at the end of the season. So basically didn't have a whole lot of time to basically prepare for that at all. Sometime in January, I kind of finally told Coach D'Antonio, hey, this is kind of what I've been thinking about, in the back of my head, I already was going through the process, while I was, still playing during the season, stuff like that, but I didn't actually, open my mouth, say anything to the coaching staff. I definitely was really nervous. Once I, knocked on Coach D'Antonio's door and, sat down, he was, like, hey, Cam, what's going on? And I kind of just broke it to him. I'm never gonna forget the look on his face, So it was definitely an interesting conversation. Walking out of it, I definitely had his support, and he was all for it, really positive about it.
It was exciting for us, for him, very exciting for us as a program as well, to go to law school. Knew that it would take sacrifice on both ends of the stick there. At the same time, it was something that maybe for a lifetime will provide opportunity for him. So I thought it was a great thing, a great opportunity, and we were going to support it in any way we can.
Coach D is one of the people who comes to us all the time and tells us, find something that you love outside of football, and law is one of his things, and Josh, obviously, with the video stuff. So a bunch of guys have like a bunch of interests outside of football, and it tells a lot about us that we're just not football players, and we do more things than that. Say, not around the country you see, most people be able to go and be able to put hours into other things outside of football. And so it's a special place to be able to come here and be able to do what you want to do.
I want everybody's dreams to come true here. I'm just not just a football coach. To me, you take on this responsibility. You're a little bit more of a life mentor too. But we got guys that can play baseball at this level, I want them to play baseball. If we got guys that can play basketball at this level, I want them to play basketball. So you can be a lawyer, go be a lawyer too. But let's come to Michigan State and try and fulfill all your dreams, not just the dreams in this locker room. Let's take things and try and expand on those things and use these moments as really moments that can shape your life.
February 1st, I started working for the Boo Law Firm. Started off as more of like a legal assistant, and eventually got promoted to more of a law clerk type position. And that has opened up my eyes to the law process. I had the opportunity to work on real cases. I remember my first case, they just basically threw at me and said, "Hey Cam, start breaking this down." I'm like, "Okay, well, what do I got to do again?" Trying to figure out the whole law process. Basically, between February 1st and now, I've had the opportunity to work on a ton of cases. I had the opportunity to participate in a whole lot of mock trials, stuff like that, actually in this courtroom here. Worked on a few mock trials, preparing our head attorney for trial. Also had the opportunity to file motions, work on some briefs, a whole lot of different things with the Boo Law Firm. So it's definitely given me a whole lot of confidence going into law school that, hey, not only just this is an idea, a thought that I have, but actually be able to see it done in real life is, definitely something I know I can do. There's a whole lot of stereotypes that get placed on football players as well as athletes in general, as well as, men of color as far as across this country. I feel like it's definitely a whole lot of different, I wouldn't say pressure, but it's, it's kind of just, I look at it more as motivation to try to basically show what it is that I can do as far as that, these stereotypes and expectations are definitely not limiting me in any type of way. I know it's going to be, a whole lot of people that are going to be welcoming, accepting. I know also there's going to be some individuals who are not all excited about what it is that I'm trying to do. But at the same time, I've definitely got to just stay positive. I use the term I tell myself a lot, just basically just run through the smoke. Don't worry about things too much. Don't overthink it. Just go out and just basically do what I'm doing.
Connor Hayward, the running back. The ball at the 37-yard line of Penn State. They'll hand the ball off to Connor Hayward. He'll wind up and throw it downfield. Caught inside the 5. It is caught by Cam Chambers.
I just kind of have a drive about me. I just, I know that I want to be successful at whatever I do. For me, my freshman year, I was redshirted, so I was like, okay, if I can't, be great at football, let me be great at school. So I kind of just went on that aspect and tried to just do the best I can in my classes. And then when I had the opportunity to play, I realized that I already developed skills academically, so I might as well just continue to do both the best I can at a high level.
Caught on the run at the 35-yard line.
That's a lot of hard work and effort, really putting in the hours here and then also putting those hours in school time too. All those studying hours just like regular students, but we have a bunch of more responsibilities. It was like being on time to meetings and lifts and things like that. So it's very hard work and it's a bunch of dedication.
I thought they were like, two different motivations, how to be motivated in football, how to basically try to be dominating football. I thought school was just studying more. But then older I got, realized it's basically the same thing, where if I can be really motivated and try to be as best football player I can be real dominant on the football field, I take the same attitude, mindset in the academics, and I can basically do the same thing. I kind of thought that was pretty cool how I could, switch that together. And even now with the law side of things, hey, if I can try to be real dominant in the football field, let me basically learn the tools that I need to be real dominant and have the same attitude and aggression in the courtroom. I'm trying to defend the client.
What I see in him gives me reason to believe that he can is he's resourceful, he's patient, he's a guy that can sort of schedule his time and itemize what he needs to do. He looks to be a guy that can stay focused on the task at hand. And I think all those things are the things that he's going to have to be able to do a great job with his time management. And he's done that so far. He's graduated in, 3 years' time. So, we'll see what the future holds here.
The opportunities that been opened up for me since I came to Michigan State, it's truly amazing. Coach D'Antonio's been, he's been phenomenal. He's definitely always had my back through my time here at Michigan State, and has always been very extremely supportive. Opportunity to play football at this big time university, and be at a amazing law school as well. So it's kind of just basically living the dream right now.